And we're going to be back with Angela Bassett talking about her new movie, The Score. But first, this is Today on NBC. In her latest movie, The Score, Angela Bassett is the lone female in a world of men. Her co-stars are Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro, and Edward Norton. She plays the fiancé of a safe-cracking thief who tells her he's willing to retire from his life of crime and even settle down, but not until one last big heist. Angela Bassett, good morning. Good to see you here.
Good morning. Thank you.
Let's say that one more time. Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro, Edward Norton, Angela Bassett. Has a ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds really nice. I like the sound of it.
What a great cast. Edward Norton was here yesterday, and I said, you know, when they came to you and said it would be Brando and De Niro and Angela Bassett, how quick did you say yes? He said, if they had said we're going to read the phone book, I would have said I'll do it. What about you? What was your experience?
I was pretty excited to hear it also, and just hope that, well, I had to read the script, you know, because when you're the lone female, you wonder, you know, what are they going to have you do, you know? But you hope that it was wonderful as soon as I read the script, yes, but excited, wanted to say yes.
Let's talk about the lone female. This is a heist movie. This is about a robbery, and some people describe it as kind of a guy's movie.
Yes.
So you're the love interest. Where is there room for a love interest in this kind of fast-paced heist movie?
I know. Well, you know, it's heist, it's action-packed, but you got to have heart. If you don't have heart, you know, it doesn't, you know, it just makes it alive, I think. So the top, Lou at the top, of course at the end, going to the sunset.
So basically, you're trying to convince Robert De Niro, the safecracker, to retire.
No, not really. It's an idea that he has on its own. You know?
But you've had somewhat of a long-term relationship with him, and by the way, you know that he has this life, this life of crime. So what is it that...
He's pretty honest with her.
Yeah,
you know?
why then would you be attracted to this thief?
Well, you know, it's the whole thing about the bad boy. You know, the bad boys are pretty mysterious and passionate and exciting. You know, I think that's attractive.
We want to show a clip here. This is when Robert De Niro broaches the subject of retiring and settling down with your character, Diane.
Oh. If you can promise me as of right now that you're through, then we can drink to making changes.
I want to do all that. I just have to tell you that I've got to do one more thing, and that's it. Everything you said is great. It's perfect. I just have one more thing I have to do.
I don't believe you put that out there when you knew you couldn't follow through.
I put it out there
when
because
you knew you
I am
couldn't make the
following
commitment.
through. This is my last one.
Yeah,
I
sure it is,
you.
Nikki.
I promise you it is my last one.
Then quit. Quit now.
Talking about the personal life aspect of his character. Again, the movie's based on this heist. More of your interaction with Robert De Niro was shot, from what I understand, and not all of it made the final cut.
Right,
How did you feel about that?
Well, Frank Oz, the director, is a really, really nice guy. So actually he called me up and said, well, Angela, I got to cut some of the scenes. It was like, you know, part of you, of course, is like, oh, no. You know, but you understand that, you know, you got to move the story along, and, you know, a big part of it is about the heist, so, you know, I understood.
You've seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
So do you think it would have benefited by a little bit more of delving into the personal life of the characters?
Yeah, but that would have made the movie even longer, you know.
Which, by the way, it's not that long. It's like 2 hours, which is great to me.
2:02.
Yeah, 2:02, because I hate the movies that come in 2:40.
Right.
So, but I mean, you could have gotten away with a little bit more of an exploration into what made this guy tick.
I think you could have, because there's definitely, you know, chemistry between those two characters, and you do, you do get involved with them, and you do care about him, and you get to see more of who he is. I mean, other than this profession that he's in, he's a really pretty good guy. You know, he's a good guy. He's a likable. You know,
he's a lovable thief.
A lovable one. You know, you know.
You're almost rooting
him.
for him by the end of the movie. There's no question. Tell me a little bit about being on the set. Now, your scenes were with De Niro.
Right.
So you didn't shoot with Marlon Brando.
No, didn't have any scenes with him.
But what was it like on this? There are so many reports that are coming out, Angela, that by the end of the movie, the director, Frank Oz, and Marlon Brando couldn't even be in the same room together. I mean, was there any noticeable tension when you were there?
Not when I was there, because, you know, well, director, De Niro, you know, so we're on the set together, and it was like easy, beautiful day, you know, doing good work, you know. But yeah, I've heard the rumors just like everyone else.
What does this movie do for your resume?
Well, I hope it does great things, you know. I can hang with, you know, actors as wonderful as these guys, and
You didn't have any doubts about that going in, though, did you?
No, not at all. Not at all. And you hear a lot of talk, you know, I also hear a lot of talk when you're doing the, you know, the press junket, you know, like, oh my gosh, you know, you always get the question, what is it like being black, you know, black actress in Hollywood, and on and on and on. And you see it when the work is there, you know.
Hopefully we've moved to the point where we can just call you an actress in Hollywood.
Exactly.
Angela Bassett, you're great in this movie. It's called The Score.
Thank you.
And it opens this Friday.
That's right.
Nice having you here.
Thank you.
We're back in a moment, but first, this is Today on NBC.